So good morning everyone. We are here to start on with a new poem which is No Men Are Foreign, which is written by James Kirk. So as we start on a session with a thought every day, so we have Vidhi Mahajan to present the thought. So Vidhi, I'm just unmuting you. Please carry on with the thought and enlighten us.
Never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness and the bad days give you experiences.
Okay Vidhi, can you please repeat it slowly?
Never regret a day in your life, as good days give you happiness and the bad give you experiences.
Okay, thank you so much, Vidhi. So, a wonderful thought because every day is good, right? Every day should be taken as a new opportunity. See, days are like good and bad also. Okay, it happens that we have bad days as well in our lives, but turn it to an opportunity, turn it as an experience that, okay, something bad happened, but I have learned something from it, right? That, sometimes it happens that we are not able to meet our deadlines due to certain reasons, bad day. But what we learn from that is we learn that it's okay to be late sometimes. It's okay to be, not present at that particular time due to some other important engagements or another opportunities or other challenges, whatever you feel like, right? But what we learn is that never miss a golden opportunity. So let's get started with the session now. So we are here. We are going to start on with a poem which is No Men Are Foreign, okay, which is written by James Kirk. So when we talk about this particular title, No Men Are Foreign, the particular understanding what we get from this particular topic or the title, we can say that nobody is different from us. Okay, even the people who are living in another country, they are not different from us. They are the same. They have the same hands, same eyes, same legs. It's not that people in India, they are having two legs, and the people in Australia or the people in USA, they are having three legs. No, it does not happen like this, right? They are the same. They are physically born like us only. Okay, the color could be different. The way of speaking could be different. The way of presenting could be different. But otherwise, it's all the same only, right? So now the poet actually was James Kirk. He tries to inculcate that value that everybody is same. Okay, so no men are foreign. That means the people who are there in the other country are not foreigners. They are not different from us. Treat them as your people only, right? Usually it happens that there is a war between India and Pakistan, right? So if we have this kind of it's a two-way thing. It's not that we are the people, we Indians are the one who are treating the Pakistanis as good people, as are like us only. But what if they don't turn up to do the same behavior? That is when the problem starts. But certainly every country should have this kind of point of view that each person is the same as our country only, right? That means nobody is foreign. I got one thing from Rashi. She says, we should not hate our brothers in spite they may have different backgrounds. Absolutely right. We all are humans after all. Right. So let's get started with the introduction of the poem. The title, No Men Are Foreign, means that no men belong to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same. All men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. Now, what is the concept of universal brotherhood? That we all are same and we all are equal. We are here to be born. We all are born the same way and then we die, right? It's all the same. So why to treat people in the other manner? Okay. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, they live, die the same way. Obviously, ऐसे तो नहीं that the people in Australia, they eat from they don't eat from their mouth. They have some different digestive system. No, it is the same only. They eat the same way, they live the same way, and then they die the same way. Everybody dies, bro. So everybody gets the bounties of nature like sunshine, land, etc. in equal measure. We can also say that it is a peace poem. If you say everyone gets the same bounties, that is, it does not happen that different sun is there for Australians and different sun is there for Indians, or different sun is there for USA people. Sun is the same, moon is the same, sunshine is the same, land is the same, right? So all the bounties of nature. That means all the different things, different bounties of nature. They're all the same for all the people all around the world, right? So why to treat people of different country in a different manner? That is the insight of the poem. That is the that is the thing what the this person, that is James Kirkup, the poet of the poem, wants to say, and wants to inculcate the values of being equal in every person, right? And it is a peace poem. That means it is here to create peace and harmony. If you see in the picture, what do you see? You see two people hugging each other. What does it mean? The one is looking very good and generous, and the other one is looking a bit bad, having a sword and everything. So it means that even people are different, we should be able to accept each other, and we should be having the positivity to have equal measure with everyone, right? So this was just the introduction, telling you sorry, telling you about sorry so this was basically the poem telling you about mostly what equalism actually means and how we should treat the people. Okay, so let's get started with the second one. So now when we talk about the stanzas, let's come to the first stanza. Let me read it out for you. It says, remember, no men are strange, no countries are foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. What does it say? It says that remember that nobody is strange and no country is foreign. But the uniform that everybody is wearing, the uniform here means the soldiers, basically the army people, the uniform that they wear. Okay, so that in that uniform there is a single body that breathes. Everybody has a single body that is breathing under that uniform, like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. That means the land, the earth is the same for every person. That means it is the same where everybody is lying. If we die one day, we are going to lie on the same earth, on the same land. Let's come to the explanation. Let's see what it says. In the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is foreign. So he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been erected to separate different countries. That means obviously we have certain borders. That is the reason we are able to know that this is Pakistan, this is India, this is Bangladesh, this is Nepal, or any other country, right? So how we are able to segregate it? We are able to segregate it because of the boundaries which are there, right? We have separate borders which are there. So he says that these borders should be removed. Why they should be removed? So that the people could have one peace, that okay, we are one country. Or even we don't pull off these borders physically. Aisa nahi you go there and you put off all the borders and everything. No, it's in the mind. We're talking about in the mind all the borders should be removed. Why they should be removed? So that we could treat people equally. So even if we are not able to remove the borders physically, but we should remove the borders in our minds. Then only no country will be foreign. Obviously, this is the reason when the borders will not be there in our minds, we will be able to segregate that, okay, our country is one only. There is no different countries. We will feel every country as our own land. When there will be no borders, everyone will be free to move around. Obviously, when there will be no borders, everybody can move around. They can go wherever they want to, right? The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one, and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. What he wants to say basically is that this is one earth, right? This is one entire land. So why are we segregating it? Why are we putting borders? Why are we discriminating people? Why are we segregating people? There's no need. We are all one. We have the same land. We have the same people. So why to have this kind of a discrimination among them, right? Nobody is foreign. We all are the same. Then he says that inside the uniform, worn by the soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. Obviously, when we talk about the uniform that has been, worn by the soldiers or the army people, they are all, everybody, here in, when you see the army people or the soldiers, they are wearing particular uniforms. But a color is always same. If you see this color, this color, this color, it is all the same in all most of, at least a highlight of this color is there. Why it is there? It is there so that the people could have a kind of sense of bonding. Okay, so when we are having the same people, same kind of, human in that particular body, in that particular, you can say, race, why to discriminate people on that basis then? God has made all of us in a similar way. Class, I'll just take a hold. Kindly read this. I need to attend this call. Just wait a minute, please. So we were talking about God has made all of us in a similar way. All breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk on the same Mother Earth, and upon our earth shall lie in the grave in the same earth. That means it says that we all are the same. Okay, we all are brothers and sisters. Then why, why the discrimination is there? Why we need to have this kind of a thing, that we need to segregate people, we need to discriminate people? We are here on the same Mother Earth. Everybody is born on the same earth and everybody dies on the same earth. Then why such kind of discrimination? Okay, I hope the first stanza is clear to everyone. The enlightenment that the poet actually wants to give in the first stanza is basically that the earth, the Mother Earth, is the same for everyone, right? Let's go on with the second stanza. The second stanza says, they too aware of sun, air, and water. That means they are also aware of the same sun, same air, and the same water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by wars long winter starved. That means they are also, getting food by the same farms, by the same harvest. Obviously, the, vegetables are grown in harvest, if you know, right? So they're also getting the vegetables from the same way. It's not only that they are getting it from a different way. They also grow the vegetables and they also get it, right? And also when winters are there and there is long, war and everything. You remember when, if you have read it somewhere, the wars, when it goes on, the World War and all the things, there's a shortage of food everywhere. Everywhere there's shortage of food, right? So that is the thing that the poet wants to say, that if we have certain wars and fights and everything, everybody will be the one who will be starving for the food, right? Their hands are ours and their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. This is the one where he's talking about the lines in a hand. Everybody just see your hands. You can see certain lines in your hands, right? So what does this say? It says everybody has the same lines in the hand. Same lines as in the texture could be different, but everybody has lines in the hands. ऐसा तो नहीं है that nobody is having lines in the hands. We all are the same, right? If you talk physically, we are all the same. Let's go on to the explanation. They refer to those people who belong to other countries. Obviously, here we are talking about they are the people who are the foreigners, basically. Okay, so we call them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. Everybody knows that certain, right now there's a lot of pressure among China, India, Pakistan. A lot of things are going on, right? So we fight with them also, and there's discrimination as well. We tend to segregate people on the basis of this. The poet says that the nature has given all the bounties to all the people, also just like he has given to us. Obviously, we are talking about natural bounties, which we talked in the introduction as well. The sun, air, and the water, they are all the bounties. Okay, that is given to all the people, and they are actually the same. Of course, they are all the same for all the people, right? Everyone gets sunlight, air, and water in the equal. Everyone gets sunlight, air, and water in equal measure, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. Now, it does not happen that, God is saying that I will give oxygen and air to this particular country, and I will not give the sun, air, and oxygen to this particular country. It does not happen. right? So that is again one of the reasons that God is not discriminating. That why are we discriminating among the people? What is the point of discrimination among ourselves, right? We all do farming during the time of peace, where there is no war. Obviously, when there is no war, जब war नहीं होता, there is lot of peace. There is, everybody is going on with the harvesting. Everybody is going on with the, putting on the vegetables, growing up the vegetables so that we could get, right. We have a relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. Let's just suppose that there is a war between two particular countries and there's shortage of food. Now, it's not that only one country will be starving. ऐसा तो नहीं दूसरी country will just be surviving on water. It does not need food. It does not happen. If it is about starving, everybody will be starving for food. सबको भूख लगेगी, right? Even they don't get food at that time. Obviously, when there's war, certain people, certain countries don't get food. There's shortage of food. So the poet is talking about why we need to go in such kind of a situation, why to go into starvation, why to go into such kind of a challenge when we know that such thing can be avoided by having peace between the nations, right? So he wants to say that foreigners who belong to another country and we both are the same. And then the poet says that even their hand are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. Obviously, everybody is working with their hands. So they're saying everybody has the same lines. We are all physically the same, and also we all do the labor. That means we all do the hard work that everybody does. Right? We are also doing the hard work, they are also doing the hard work, right? He is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to another country. This is basically not convey, it's basically convey, right? So he's basically conveying to each and every reader that there is no difference between us and the people who are living in another country. So please treat people with the same, misogyny, and treat people with the same kind of intellect. Treat people without discrimination, without segregation. We all are humans and we all are certainly same, right? Let's turn up to the third stanza. It says, remember, they have eyes like ours that wake, or sleep and strength that can be won. By love, in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. So he says, when we are all physically the same, जब हम physically we are all the same and everything turns out to be so good, everybody sleeps with, and everybody wakes up with the same eyes, everybody is treated with the same love, everybody gets love from their parents, right, from the people around. So why we cannot give the same love, same peace, same comfort or warmth to each other, just because we are living in different countries? That is the reason we are not giving the same treatment to everyone. The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that people of another country, whom we think to be our enemies, who have been bestowed by God with similar appearance like us. Now, what he's saying? He's saying just remember one thing. जिनको हम enemies बोल रहे हैं, the people who we think that they are our enemies, which are actually given the same body, same physical appearance by the God, right? Same ही तो लगते हैं. We are all the same humans. God has given them same eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Now, it does not happen then the people of Australia, they sleep with open eyes, and the people of India, they sleep with closed eyes, right? It does not happen. So he says that the physical appearance is the same. God has given the same thing to us. He has given the same two eyes. It does not happen that the people of USA, they have three eyes, and the people of India, they have two eyes. It does not happen. We are all the same, right? We also open our eyes when we are awake, and we also close our eyes when we are asleep. So similarly, he has given them strength which can win through love. That means they also have that particular strength within them, that they also understand the importance of love. Then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them, and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or war between us. So, what does he say? He says there is one common thing that is common in every country. What is that? It is life. That means life is everywhere. Human beings are everywhere. Life is being generated and is being stocked in each every country. So why it's such kind of discrimination? The one trick or one hint that he gives is realize the feelings, right? Understand their feeling and realize that they are like us only, right? Sometimes it happens, no, two people are fighting, and then certainly it happens that they say, no, let's just not fight, because some things can end up by solving it out also, by sorting it out also. So yes, difference of opinions is can be there, but we can turn the things better when we have the particular understanding, right? It's a win-win situation. Suppose I say I want 90 and the other person say I want 85. So we could turn up and we can say we both can turn up to get 87. So that is basically a win-win situation wherein we both discuss and we both agree that we are coming on to a particular situation in between, right? So that we don't have any fights or we don't have any wars. It is the clear understanding of feeling and realizing that we all are alike and we all are the same, right, everyone? Let's go on with the fourth stanza. If you see in the picture, what do you see? We see, can anybody recognize who this person is? Anybody who can recognize this person? Let me just see quickly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is Barack Obama. Absolutely right. So this is a poster wherein we are talking, and this, anybody who can tell me whose which country's flag is this? Which country's flag is this? Pakistan. Absolutely right. And what do we see in this? The skulls are there. What does it give? What kind of impact is it giving? The skulls. What do you understand by these skulls? What kind of gesture? What is the thing that is being reflected in here? Absolutely right. Negativity. Yes. The kind of negativity is being poured out by showing these skulls basically. A lot of, if you see the faces of the people, what is it saying? A lot of anger is there. If you see in the fire, what is the fire actually telling you? It is telling, yes, a war. Absolutely right, Vansh. It is telling a war is to be started on maybe. Right? A lot of anger is there. A lot of issues are there which are being fired on. That is the reason the fire is being stating. And we have certainly two army people who are ready to attack each other. We have the presidents here to fight upon. We have flag in here, and we have skulls. And skulls also is denoting one more thing. When two nations are fighting, they have weapons, right? What happens afterwards? People die. So these skulls are basically the dead people. Absolutely right. They are basically the dead people. So a lot of people die in such wars. Just because two nations are fighting, they have, a lot of negativity around them. That is the reason such things happen and such negativity turns on, right? So we'll stop it here and we are going to continue the stanza 4 tomorrow. Okay, everyone. So I hope till here you everybody understood.